What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Game Over Gherkin Man. I'm Gherkin Man. This is Dark Souls. Last time after we left off, because we did a little bit of New Londo. After you guys left, you can see I've got 10 humanity up there. All I did was I just farmed a little bit for some Titanite chunks, and that's how I got the Boulder Side Sword plus 15, fucking A scaling in Dex. This thing is rad, and I love it a lot. So, yeah. I'm just going to decide what we're doing today. So, I think what we'll do, I'll discuss it while I drop off this weapon. I wanted to try out this weapon against one of the Serpent Men in Sen's Fortress, just because, kill a bit of time. I think what we'll do today is we're going to go to my least favorite area in the game, and that is... we're going to start doing the Demon Ruins. It's the weakest area in the game, and the end boss for it is awful. And I want to get it done just so the other areas that are after that I can do at this point are better. And because they're better, I don't want to do all the good areas and then leave the shitty one till last, if that makes sense. So instead, I figured, you know what, how about we just take care of the shitty part, worst part in the game. It's definitely the most unfinished area in the game. And then it'll get better from there instead of getting progressively worse. So I figured we'd do all that. But before we do that, we're going to go see a certain someone over at the Sunlight Altar, because he's going to be a big part of this area we're going to. So let's go visit. So you might remember this. This is once again the Undead Parish. This is where we fought the dragon and finally defeated him. Got a certain friend chilling out over here. Our good old pal Solaire.
Oh, hello there. Forgive me. I was just pondering about my poor fortune. I did not find my own son, not in Anor Londo, nor in Twilight Blight Town. Where else might my son be? Lost Ceaseless, or the tomb of the Grave Lord? But I cannot give up. I became undead to pursue this. But when I peer at the sun up above, it occurs to me, what if I am seen as a laughingstock, as a blind fool without reason? Well, I suppose they wouldn't be far off. Oh, hello there. I will stay behind to gaze at the sun. The sun is a wondrous body, like a magnificent father. If only I could be so grossly incandescent.
Okay, so I can't actually talk to him.
Oh, hello.
I thought I might be able to... you can learn his praise the sun gesture, but I think I might have missed the opportunity to do that, actually. Anyways, here, like I said, Solaire's going to be playing a big part in this. So, yes, to get to the Demon Ruins, we'll actually be going down to, the Daughter of Chaos. Yeah, that's the one. We're going to go over there. We're going to start our trek down into the Demon Ruins and to Lost Ceaseless. Now, the initial parts of this area, I don't hate. Hey, girl. Still can't talk to her. I don't have anything to offer her. Well, I could offer her humanity, I guess. When you offer her a certain amount of humanity, she gives you a, something, I forget what it is. I've never actually done the Covenant thing for that. So don't ask me what it does. I just know it does something if you give her enough of a certain stuff. My super helpful Dark Souls lore knowledge playthrough stuff. Alright, there's another bonfire here. Welcome to the Demon Ruins. And let's just rest here in case things take a turn. So the boss for this area can actually see his tentacles and shit whiling away over there. There's a character called the Ceaseless Discharge, and there's also all of these guys here. You can kill these guys. Some of them are aggressive. I don't bother with them because when you kill them, basically all these like little parasites come out of them, and you have to kill all those too. And they don't dish out much in the way of souls. And if they get a hold of you, they can actually infect you and cause a parasite in your body, which is, you know, not particularly cool. But there's like 3 bosses in this area, really close together. You can actually see another one of them from around here somewhere. Where is it? So we've got Ceaseless Discharge over there. Then down here, I know it's around here somewhere. You can see the Centipede Demon. Maybe it's not from this angle. And then there's the fire stage in there. Like, this is the area with, like, the most boss fights, I think, in the game, in terms of how close in proximity they are to each other. It's kind of bizarre. Maybe if I come over to this cliff. No, I can't seem to... Oh, wait, yep, you can see him down there hanging on the side of the wall there. Down in the bottom right corner. That's the Centipede Demon, who is a shit fight. This area is full of not-so-great fights. Which is why the area feels kind of unfinished. It's also got, like, bloom effect on the lava, and the lava bloom is just... I don't know, it's a bit much, in my opinion. A bit too intense. It's not so bad when you're up here, but later on we'll get a ring that allows us to walk on the lava, and it's just, like, in your face constantly, and it's just like, oh god, stop. Stop! But anyway, for this little chamber over here, you got this little back way into this area, but we're going to be coming the front way so we can get a good old look at this guy over here. Good old Ceaseless Discharge. Now, you can cheese this boss, actually, which is how I beat him the first time, but I like to do it the proper way, the satisfying way. There's other things in here, too, I want to be able to point out, but I'm not sure where to best do it. He's actually completely, harmless at the moment. He's just going to look at us. He doesn't want to fight. But he's actually the reason there's all this lava down here. That's why they call him the Ceaseless Discharge. He's cursed and just, like, is constantly hemorrhaging lava, which is, you know, unpleasant. Anyway, now, once we pillage this corpse, then he'll get upset. Alright. Alright. His hands up. Wonderful. Come over here with his room, man. So basically, what you want to do with this guy, who's, you know, not particularly difficult at all, you just lure him into slapping his arms down and then poke his arms. He does have an attack where he, like, bursts into flames and he'll slap you with his fiery arm, and that's something that you don't want to get hit by. Ugh. But yeah, he's a pretty easy boss, really. And as I said, you can cheese him if that's your thing, but where's the satisfaction in cheesing the boss? Nowhere, I tells you. I'm just gonna keep my shield up in case he does the fire one, but he doesn't look like he's going to. Yeah, you can see how much more damage this weapon's doing now that it's fully upgraded. And now that I got my dex up, it's just wrecking this poor bastard. That is the fire one. If you get hit with that, that's a bad time. And if you walk around that side, because it's a really narrow pathway, he will actually hit you with... It's like almost impossible to avoid that. You basically just get completely wrecked by it every time. Alright, and that was that. So we picked up some stuff there. We picked up, I believe, his soul. Did we get his soul? No, we don't pick up a soul. But we did pick up some armor. The gold-hemmed black hood. Worn by the witch Quilana of Ceaseless, mother of pyromancy and daughter of chaos. She wore this gold-hemmed black hood before even the age of fire, and it offers strong resistance versus fire, poison, and other perils. It's not bad. Actually, if you want to explore, normally when I'm exploring Blighttown, I'll actually come down here first, I'll defeat Quilana, and then I'll come down here, I'll get that, I'll let the boss kill me, because he's, or I'll cheese him to kill him, and then I'll run around Blighttown in that outfit, because it basically just negates pretty much all the damage that Toxic and Poison does. But now that he's dead, that's basically cleared out this whole area, and you can see now you can walk around and explore down here, which is great. This episode's actually going to be kind of short, because I just wanted to do one boss for this, and then we'll get to the next part of the Demon Ruins, and then from there we'll do the next part, and make our way from there. A series of shorter episodes, but I think that's okay. I don't want to be having multiple boss fights in the one episode. I think that's a bit excessive, to be honest. But hey, we're swapping out our weapons a little bit now, at least. Now, I wonder if now the boss is dead, if that's what triggers the, It's usually that centipede demon, like, it flares up. No, he still isn't doing it. Anyway, let's come over here. I could go back to the bonfire and rest and spend these souls, but that's not my style. I'm feeling too confident, I'm too cocky, and I'm sure it'll bite me in the ass. I say as I almost run off the edge. Let's go down to the bottom here. Now, there's also all that area over there to explore, and it's full of monsters and terrible things. I'm not going to... If I do, it'll be later on when I get the ring that allows me to walk on lava, because most of the items that are over there are, in fact, in the lava. Also of note is this tree here, which has, all these roots, rather, which is all over this building. Which is kind of interesting. I think those are the roots of the same tree that was attached to... Actually, that might be the kiln of the first flame in there. Maybe, I'm not actually sure. Not the kiln of the first flame, where the, that spot where the Lord Vessel was. Alright, and over here we have a delicious Capra Demon. Now I want to see how much damage this does to it, and then I want to find out how much damage the, my other sword does to it. Because I think we're in a position now where my sword's actually a more viable weapon than my halberd. 235. Okay. 215. Still only 3 hits, so it's not too bad. Some people say it's lazy putting bosses like reusing enemies like that, but I think when you grab an enemy that used to be a boss and you make him a regular enemy, as long as the health is scaled appropriately, it's a really good way of making a player feel empowered. So I am totally okay with the fact they've reused those guys in here, personally. Now down here we will find more of them, as well as the bonfire for this area. I think you can also fight Kirk here if you reverse your hollowing. Alright, now just one of yous, please. I don't want to fight you both at once. Alright, going for the double swing. Okay. Yeah, so this is a much more viable weapon at this point than the that was with one hand. Oh, you cheeky. Ah. Well, that was my fault. Range is still a bit of an issue with it, obviously, but no matter. Come on. There you go. The fact that I can do that kind of damage one-handing it, though, is like literally killing these guys in 2 hits. Now, it's possible that these guys have a bit of a resistance to magic as well, and that might be why it's that's why it's the halberd's not doing as much damage as this, but I think it's just because now this is fully upgraded and it's got the scaling going on. It's just a better weapon, to be honest. You guys don't hand out much in the way of souls, do you? Is there anything out here? Now, you can come down here before this, but you'll get to that little entrance there, and it'll be blocked off. As you probably noticed from the cutscene where we put the Lord Vessel in, that actually had that door open up. Alright, let's just come downstairs. Demons everywhere. Alright. And you're dead. These guys are everywhere down here, and they are nothing. They are literally just like a waste of time. They look kind of like miniature asylum demons, I think. Which I'm sure is the idea. Ugh, these guys are annoying. I do not like fighting these. They spit out like this corrosive liquid, which is just ugh, yuck. But yeah, we got to the bonfire. Straightforward 15-minute episode, nothing fancy. One boss down, next boss is literally just through that door. We've got a little bit of exploring to do before we fight him next time. Yeah, so this whole area is like in little chunks like this, which is, you know, a nice change of pace, really, in a lot of ways. So thank you for joining me, ladies and gentlemen. As always, I hope you're enjoying the series. Please let me know in the comments below. I will see you next time. Peace out, and as always, have a good one.